Hi everyone, welcome to today's Save the Data. It's actually, we were surprised in discussing this number 10 in our series. Seems to be flying by really quickly. Today we're doing easy breezy usability studies. Maybe they're born with it, maybe it's iterative testing. I am Kathy Kaczynski, I'm the Statewide Library Services Analyst at the Library of Michigan, and with me is Joe Hamlin, he's the Library Data Coordinator.
Happy Friday, folks. So we're going to get started here. As always, this is a fixture of every webinar we do. Please fill out the evaluation, whether or not you're watching it live or you're seeing the recording. When you're done, please go on into the SurveyMonkey and fill out what you thought about what we're offering. This really helps us out to make sure we're offering the most useful content we can and kind of guides other things that we'll offer in the future.
And if you haven't been to any of our Save the Datas before, the thing you need to know is because it's a Friday morning when we're originally doing these, we are doing this in a pretty relaxed and casual way. So anyone who's participating and watching the webinar right now, feel free to send a question at any point, and we are always monitoring the chat. So in the vein of casual, we're going to start with some quick explain like I'm five definitions. And I put it that way because explain like I'm five is one of my favorite things on the internet. It makes it so I can understand even the most complex things. So the first thing, in case you don't know and you're not familiar, usability tests is essentially watching people to see if they can figure out how to use whatever it is you're testing. It can be practically anything. It can be websites, buildings, services, whatever you would like to test, that's what you're going to watch people as they go through it. Iterative testing, which is from our tagline, is essentially when you make something and then you test it and then you fix the problems with it and then you repeat, and you just do that over and over again until hopefully one day you reach the peak of having the perfect thing. And then usable. So how do you know, we're talking about usability tests, how do you know that what you're doing is actually usable? And there are honeycombs and guides and all these things on the internet. You can go to usability.gov and see some of them. But really the definition that I have found the most appealing to me is that people know what to do without having to think about it. It's easy, and they don't have to stop and work through everything. So if that is what I consider is the most usable. So we're going to run through and just go through kind of the steps, and hopefully at the end of the day you'll be able to walk out of this webinar and run your own usability test today if you wanted to. So the bare essentials of what you need is something to test, which as we stated before could be multiple things, questions that you want to answer, 3 people, I notice now it says 4, so 4 people, a participant, a note taker, a moderator, and a guinea pig, questions to ask the people, and then a script. So we're going to go through this. So for something to test, this could be many different things. Wayfinding is one way to do it in buildings. Do you have a building where it's difficult for people to get to one area of your collection, for them to be able to find where the help desk is, things like that. Signage. Do you have too much or too little signage in your building? Is it overwhelming people or maybe just completely non-existent? This sort of does go hand in hand with wayfinding, but it can also work with your services. Websites and apps, those are kind of the bread and butter of usability testing. It's where a lot of the literature about usability testing comes from. So rather than walking alongside next to a person, you will instead be sitting next to them as they navigate your website, if you have an app, if they're how they navigate your app, things like that. And then services, this could be, I have a picture in the bottom left here of a self-checkout machine. So that's going to be the example we're using today throughout this presentation, but it's something where you have both the tech element, you have possibly the signage on it, you have all of this all wrapped up into one. So questions to answer. So the questions that you want will come out of your overarching question or goal. For example, if you've had a coworker or someone who maybe who's really in charge in your library, and they just come back from ALA and they're like, I had this great talk with this guy on the sales floor who has a wonderful deal on self-checkout machines. We're going to replace everyone who works at the circ desk. We're going to have one person up there. It's going to be, this huge thing. Or maybe it's even something, should we move to fewer circ staff, have them move and do more things in the back of house rather than front service, and instead have more self-checkout machines? Can those in a specific area, maybe for this one, those without computer skills, those with little digital literacy, can they figure it out without staff help if the staff aren't present? So when you look at that, you want to figure out what are the different kind of waypoints that'll help you answer that question. And for the ones I pulled out here is, can they start a transaction? Can they cancel a transaction if they realize they did something wrong? Are they able to differentiate between books on CD? Maybe you have the barcodes in different areas. Maybe there's things that are weirdly shaped and aren't easy to scan. And most importantly, do they know when they're finished? Is there a done button they have to click? Is there something where they might just leave it hanging thinking they're finished, but they actually haven't checked it out yet? Things like that. So the people. When you're doing that, this is everyone involved in the individual test. So it's not necessarily the participants you're looking for, it's people who will be there. So I say no fewer than two, which is the person running the test and the person taking the test, and no more than four. Because you don't want to have, there's always going to be the one person taking the test, and you don't want them to feel ganged up on, or just like that guinea pig being watched, kind of, uncertain what's going to happen, and just getting more nervous. And the participant that you get should be from the population you want to learn more about. It's not going to be helpful for you if you're trying to figure out how people with low digital literacy are able to work with those self-checkout machines if you get a teenager who works at Kroger managing the self-checkout machines. You need to get someone from what you want to learn. Otherwise it's not going to be helpful for you. But I also included the guinea pig in the earlier ones, and this can be anyone. It's essentially a way for you to run through the questions, make sure everything makes sense, and it may be better for you to pick someone similar to your target population, but in a crunch, you can just talk to a colleague or a coworker or someone, even, if you have a husband or wife or other partner, and you're just like, hey, I need you to go over these questions, do they make sense? Something like that, just to run through it so you know you're not missing anything obvious, so you know that if you're doing something on the computer, that the computer works, things like that. So you don't end up in this horrible situation of, oops, things like that. Now the roles. I briefly spoke over this, but there's the participant, and this is the person who attempts the tasks, and they're preferably from the target audience, and this is the most important one. They are the expert. Regardless of what they do, they are absolutely the expert, because in a real situation, if not in this testing environment, you want to make sure that they can figure out what to do, that they're able to do this without having to think, that they can just go through it, and that there isn't anything that'll cause them to leave your library or stop being a user, because that's what you want to avoid at the end. Then there's the moderator. This is the voice or the face of the test. They're the ones that ask the participant the questions. They don't take any notes unless there's something really intense that's going on, like, you see the note taker panicking and you need to get something down. It's very brief notes. And they may answer limited questions, and we'll get a little bit into that further on, but they're mostly there to just be the supporter and to run it and make sure it goes smoothly. The note taker is the silent observer. They should hopefully be able to write really quickly with pen and paper. I have seen in literature that people are less stressed out when they're in the testing situation if people are taking notes on pen and paper rather than on a computer. In reality, I've had mixed responses to this, so if you know someone who's a really good typer, maybe you want them there. What do you think, Joe? You seem to be making a face.
Yeah, I think just the sound of a keyboard behind you recording what you're doing can be off-putting, and I understand the note paper. You're fairly quiet. You're in the background. You're not as easy to notice. I'm totally with the write it down on paper over typing it.
And Courtney, I agree with you. I'm also a very aggressive typer. So if you want the participant to be as comfortable and as natural as possible in an unnatural setting, which is the testing setting. And then the note taker should be knowledgeable about whatever is being tested. They need to know, oh, this is a big deal that they missed this or did something different. If they just have no idea what's going on, they might just assume that this is normal and not write it down. So with these three people, these are theoretically the best people to have in it. As I said, you can have a minimum of two in which the moderator and note taker are the same person. You are not going to get the same depth and breadth of information. It's going to be a little more sparse, but if you're doing a quick one-question test, there's no problem with doing that either.
But your note taker is definitely your expert, wouldn't you agree? They know the software or
yes,
whatever it is in and out. That person definitely has to be the expert. right? The moderator, not necessarily. They might have a passing understanding, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Or even, yeah, so what he said is right. It can do that. And one of the, I went back to this slide. One of the fun things to do is if you can, let's say, in this situation where you have maybe a board member pushing for more self-checkouts and nothing like that, if you could train them even briefly in how to be the moderator, how to be maybe the note taker, things like that, that way it'll be more helpful for you to be able to change their mind maybe and say this is something that we need because we have this large service population that isn't digitally literate, and just having them be there to watch possible failure happen is probably more likely to sway them than you just saying something. Okay, so writing your script, and this is really important. You need to follow a script. The moderator has to follow a script because to keep it in the testing environment, every participant needs to hear the exact same thing, so you don't end up giving slightly different information and slightly different instructions, which could skew the results one way or the other. And what you need to include in this is an introduction, pre-task questions, ultimately the tasks, and then post-task questions. And I have included in one of the files here, you can see it on the bottom right, there's an example usability test script. Feel free to download it. I didn't go into I didn't do multiple tasks or things like that, but it's just to give you a brief idea of what we're doing, for example, with this self-checkout example. There are also further example test scripts, which is my tongue twister of the day, on usability.gov. So that's a fun thing to look at. So for the introduction, this is where you introduce yourself, or if you're the moderator or the note taker, you say what they're doing, what their roles are going to be doing. You're going to mention that the note taker isn't going to talk because otherwise you just have this person lurking there and it can be a little creepy. You mention what they will be doing because a lot of people, they've never done a usability test before. They don't know what's going on. They're just walking into this situation thinking that they're going to help the library, which is what they're doing. So you will explain to them, hi, we're trying to figure out if we need to work with our self-checkout machines. We want to see that people are able to use them, or if we need to switch and do something else. So you're going to say what you're testing and what you're going to have them do. You need to give the heavy-handed affirmation that they are the expert. You may have seen, like, when you're typing something or you're trying to show someone something on your computer and they're over your shoulder and you get that anxiety because you're worried about what you're doing. That's what they're going to be having the entire test, and they're going to be apologizing. They're going to say, I'm sorry, like, I'm not really great at this, but you need to keep saying you are the expert. There is nothing wrong. Anything that goes wrong is at the fault of whatever we are testing, not you. We want this to work for you, not you to work for this. This is also where you do the waiver completion, and this is if necessary. If you're recording the screen, if maybe your library needs to cover itself from some legal things, definitely if you're working with children, you need to have the parents around and signing the screen, signing the waiver and all of those fun things. And then ask if they have any questions, because before you get into the test, this is where you really can answer their questions. And the pretest questions, and there's some more examples in that usability test script that I put up, but it's sort of the background about these sort of tasks. Have they ever used a self-service kiosk anywhere, whether it's an airport, a grocery store, things like that? Have they ever used a self-checkout at your library? These are all questions that may give you an idea about kind of where they stand in terms of their background and what you can hopefully expect from them. Also, whether they're the right target audience that you need. And then the questions to ask. So if you remember, we had all of these sort of, are they able to do these things earlier from your goal question. So you're going to build either a task or a series of tasks for the tester to complete from those earlier questions you have. So can they start a transaction? Are they able to differentiate between where to scan books versus books on CDs? And you put them into a real world situation for them. So for example, you need to check out a book for your neighbor. Use the self-checkout to borrow the book, but stop just before you finish. By stopping just before they finish, for example, it'll allow them to set up your next task, which is please cancel, like not necessarily please cancel this transaction, but you just remembered you have the wrong one. Start over. So they build off of each other. You're able to get whether they can accomplish these things that you set out ahead of time. and it works from there. And once again, Joe and I are always resources. We're happy to go through anything. He's nodding along with me right now. It's not something where you'd be bothering us. We love to help and go over and proofread. We can be your guinea pigs. So you're just essentially going through these tasks, and this is also a good place for you to kind of, using your guinea pig, test to make sure that they're actually understanding what you mean. Maybe by start over, they think that you need to go up to the circ desk. Maybe you need to change it to something stop, you know, stop and restart or something like that. Maybe they don't understand the language you're using. So this is a good point with the pilot test and your guinea pig to test that out and make sure that these tasks are coming across correctly. But how many questions do you ask? Joe, what do you think? How many questions are the amount, or the correct amount for a usability test?
Sorry, I had to unmute there. I think it depends on the service you're testing.
Ooh.
What kind of tasks are you doing? Are you doing wayfinding? You're going to ask them to find a couple of different areas. If you want them to be able to use one of your technical services to put a book on hold, or like your example, checking out something using a self-check machine. As few as you can ask to get them from beginning of using the service to completing using the service. So, I guess like what I'm saying is like one checkout, everything from the beginning to scanning your card in to putting holds on and checking out the material. That's my opinion.
And I would agree with that. And really what you need to look at is this is where the guinea pig, this is where your pre-test tester comes in handy, because you can see how long it takes them about roughly to do it, because you don't want to, your participants are helping you. They're doing a favor to the library. Even if you're giving them some sort of incentive or prize, they're still helping you out. So you don't want to take up too much of their time. So if you find that your entire test is going way too long, or that it's taking way too much time, that is when you need to either go back and reevaluate, am I asking too many different types of questions? Do I really need to split this up into multiple different tests over time? Are we trying to get, customer service, ability to find a book, and self-checkout all into the same test? Maybe you want to kind of look back at your original problem.
We've got a really good question from Barbara Beaton. Is there a length of time that is optimal for testing, like no more than 1 hour?
I've found that 30 to 45 minutes is good. Once you hit an hour 15, it can get really tiring for the note taker, for the participant, for everything. It just gets incredibly stressful. And one of the ways to combat that, and something that we do here at the Library of Michigan, is we can say you can quit a task at any time. There is no requirement for a person to go to the end and finish, because you do sometimes end up in this downward spiral of frustration, where you get so frustrated you're not going to be able to get the answer anyway. So it is something where if it's maybe it's one participant and not the questions, there's always that on the table, but I would aim for about 45 minutes for a usability test, probably.
Yeah, I was 30 minutes, 30 to 45. I think 45 is getting long, and an hour is a lot to ask. But it does depend on who's testing.
And I consider 30 minutes to be the actual tasks, and then the other 15 for the introduction, the pre-test questionnaire, and things like that.
I get where you're coming from. Yeah, no, I would agree. I see where you're getting the 45 minutes. That makes sense. Yeah, and some people will tear right through things, and
I have had usability tests that were supposed to be a half hour go for 10 minutes total, including them arriving late, and I've had a 30-minute usability test go for an hour and 25 minutes. So it really depends on who you end up with. Some people are extremely talkative, which is great. Okay, so the post-task questions, and this is going to be the demographic information. And I put here, are they expert library users and what is their age range? Those are not the questions you're not going to, you do not ask, are you an expert library user? Because even if they are, they're not going to admit it. No one wants to say, yes, I am an expert at the library. So maybe you might want to ask, how often do you visit the library? How frequently do you visit?
Yeah.
When was the last time you used a program? Things like that. This is also the time where you bring up things you may have noticed during the test. For example, maybe they grimaced every time they had to do something, and you could say, "So what was that about?" Not in so many words, but this is where you bring up, "I noticed that you frequently went back to the home page rather than going to a different part of the menu bar. Is this something you frequently do?" So this is where you ask those clarifying questions that that you didn't want to ask during the test and interrupt the flow.
Yeah, and you don't want to call them out. It's more of a more of a conversation. Not why did you do that this way?
Yeah.
It's got to be very conversational. Definitely.
You have to have more couth than I do, is essentially where we're at.
Well, and you've got someone over your shoulder, so they're already going to be nervous. It's going to be awkward. You want to make it as pleasant an experience as possible because you never know, they might be doing your next usability test. Oh, this is my slide. Finding people. So 5 to 7 participants. I think that's a good number to test, especially tech. Um, and you don't have to go very far to find these folks. They're your patrons. They're the people that are in your community, in your library that you see that are going to use your product, whatever the product may be. I think one tip is if you're a library that provides communications to your registered borrowers, like a newsletter or what have you, and part of their card application is, would you like to receive information from us? And they opt in. You've got an email list that you can mine and send out a few invitations to take the survey. Of course, you're going to put signage in your library, letting folks know what's going on, wayfinding or the technology, what have you. Frontline staff is another valuable resource for finding some of these folks, especially in the case of like a self-checkout machine like Kathy was using as her example. Your frontline people are checking people out every day. They're going to notice their regulars. They might have those folks that, obviously this is a specific case for self-checkouts, but they're going to notice the folks that are in a rush. They're in a hurry, and they could offer, hey, we'd like you to check out this machine and see how you find it. How can we make this better? You've got your person right there, because they're going to be interested, because if it's a tool to save them time, that's going to be great for them. Also, tap social media. You're going to use any communication channel that you can to get the testers in. And of course, you're going to want them to fill out a short survey, something to kind of identify that audience. So 3 to 5 questions, and I even think 5 might be pushing it. Something, though, that you can use results from to select your participants. Something very simple for them, something very easy for you to analyze, and then provide incentives. Why not? They're helping their library, they're helping themselves by helping craft a better service, a better product. But there's nothing wrong with providing a prize, maybe a raffle, just some kind of nice little thank you for helping the library. What do you think, Kathy?
Before I get to Barbara's question, I'm going to say yes. I will clarify for you, rather than a raffle, is we're going to send a prize to everyone, even if that's
Mm.
just a piece of chocolate. Because people are more likely to do that than, no one went to the lottery. That's the thought of many people. So rather than just small ones, it could be fines from their account within reason, or something like that if you wanted to. And then, so Barbara asked, could you give some examples of types of questions you might want to ask to refine your participant list? So, for example, in ours, it's to avoid, we're trying to find people who aren't digitally literate per se, to see if they can figure this out. So in that case, you would not want to use an online survey because they're not going to be the ones using. Oh, can't hear me?
Oh, you were. Oh shoot, mine just
Okay.
mine just went down. Okay, I'm back up. Kathy, I'm showing you as muted. There you
Okay,
go.
are we good? Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay.
We're good. So
And repeat, please.
I will repeat all of that. So before we get to Barbara's question, I'm going to say for incentives, it is better, thank you, by the way, it is better to offer little things, a little thing for everyone rather than a chance at a big something. People are more likely to participate if they get something immediately rather than possibly might get something, who knows. It could be a piece of chocolate, it could be removing a small bit of fines from their account, whatever you want to get them in the door. And then Barbara asked some examples of types of questions you might want to ask to refine your participant list. So to use the example of us trying to look for non-digitally literate people and whether they can, figure out how to use a self-checkout machine, you're not going to want to use an online survey because they're not going to be the ones taking an online survey. So that would be an example of a paper survey. But then in terms of questions, if you're looking for seniors specifically, you're going to want to ask, what age range are you from, and give them different ranges, things like that. When was the last time you know, went to a program, if you're testing whether people are able to see, program signage and things like that. It depends on what you're testing, but you want to kind of get your first foot in the door.
Sure. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. It definitely depends on what you're testing and who you're aiming the service toward. So yeah, for seniors, you might not be necessarily pointing them to the databases, or you might be. And in the case Kathy mentioned, yeah, if you're looking at people with low digital literacy, you're probably not going to do it via email, but you might be aiming at people with high technical skill. And yeah, you would basically, you got to fit the communication channel to what you're testing. It's always going to change depending on what you're testing.
And if you were trying to find, let's say you use the email list to find your participants really early on, and you want to send out a survey to find, you want to see if children are able to use, let's say you have a new iPad set up in the youth center. You want to ask if people are interested in helping you guys with usability testing. So you want to ask a question that determines whether they have children. You want to determine the ages of the children and if a parent will be able to accompany them to the testing. So you'd want to be able to ask a survey with all those questions. So I don't want to talk to Barry, who's 55 with no kids. I want to talk to Susan, who has 2 kids. One is in the age range, and they use the library somewhat frequently. So
Right,
you
and
would
that
ask, yeah.
might not be the best solution to use that email address list that you get for the folks that opt in to receive I can't talk, communications. For something like you're looking for children, you might be looking more toward your summer reading program stuff. It just depends on who your target is and what you're testing.
Mm-hmm. Did I go too far? Okay, I did not.
No, you're good.
Okay, so then there's the actual running of the test. So because you have this lovely script in front of you, you won't find yourself lost for words to say because it's all right there, and you are obligated to read that script because you don't want it to be any different, and you stick to it. Now, I did say earlier that there is a point in the introduction where you can ask them, do you have any questions for me? And they can also ask you questions during the test. I do include in the script, I may not be able to answer them all. And for some of them, I will say that a big part of it is a judgment call. Will it guide the participant too unfairly? Will it affect the results? Things like that. So I gave 2 examples here. So should I go here to look for it? I've actually gotten that during, a MEL usability test, and that is not something we can ask. We need them to act as if we were not there. Another test that's just kind of clarifying where they are maybe in the process, like, is this a new task? Things like that. You can answer stuff like that. and then what to expect while running the test. Now, Joe and I have probably made you nervous because we have talked about how people will be tense and anxious, and it will be awkward for everyone. You will want to help them. You work in libraries. You
That's what you're
want to help.
trained to do.
Yeah, you're trained to help people, and instead you have to sit there and watch someone do this, occasionally struggling through it, and all you want to do is help them. But you can't. You have to be back to the side. You have to encourage them to think aloud so you can hear why they are struggling so much. And it'll be awkward for them because they're not used to thinking aloud. People don't walk around narrating their lives, hopefully, but it's something that they have to do. So you're in this guinea pig setting, you're being watched, you're watching, and you want to help, but you can't, and they feel like they're letting you down because they want to help the library. So it's an awkward situation. And then the poor note taker, they're going to be, hopefully, it's not someone, they're going to be getting a lot of information and they're going to be writing or typing aggressively very quickly to get everything down. But despite all this awkwardness and despite this anxiety, you will get fantastic information that you wouldn't have been able to get otherwise. So it is worth it. It is worth everything. So maybe, like Joe said with incentives, you need to make sure the incentive is enough for them
Yeah.
to go through all of that.
Well, and I really feel for the note taker because that is your expert and they have been hip deep in whatever you're testing for so long. It's second nature to them. And they will, yeah, they might be typing aggressively, writing aggressively, but their body language, keep them out of the view of the tester because their teeth are going to be clenched, their jaw will be tight. They have a way of doing this. They've already discovered the possible problems. They know how to use this piece of software or this self-checkout machine or whatever it is. Second nature. They're already through it. So, yeah, it's going to be hard on the note taker, hard on your expert. But you got to keep your eye on the prize because at the end of it, you've got a service or a product that everybody can use without really even thinking about it.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. That's the goal. That's the goal, right?
That's where the iterative testing comes in. And
Sure.
because the note takers are going to be writing down everything so madly and crazily, there are some ways to make it a little easier for them. For example, here I've included, for some of them, you can just have a checkbox for the basic tasks that you're doing that you're going to be grading people on, and then you would just leave spaces underneath, a space underneath for them to write all the other notes. I have another example in the files that is titled Usability Test Directional Notes. Not the best name, but it's essentially, I used it when I used to work at University of Michigan. We used it when we did wayfinding tests to see if people could navigate the extremely confusing to many Hatcher Graduate Library. So it's just a series of boxes with arrows so you can write where they went, what they did, one after another. And feel free to use either of these as examples. It's just, could they answer this? Did they do it? And it's just a quick and easy way for them to write it down. Okay. And then what to do when the test is over. So this is after the participants left. You've thanked them. You've gone through everything. And what you need to do is you need to immediately discuss it with the team that is there. Go over, did you see this? Is this correct? Did this actually happen? You go over the significant moments. And then as soon as you are able at a later time, type up your notes, type it all up, get it down. But you want to discuss it and you want to type up the notes as quickly as possible because your memory, while it's great in the moment, will exponentially decline as it continues on. You won't be able to remember the next day everything that you were remembering immediately afterwards. So I try to get it done within the first 24 hours. Sometimes it's not possible, but we always have a quick powwow after the person leaves the room of just, did you see that? Because well, I mean, to give you an example, we do usability testing of the Michigan E-Library website and Melcat, and we had a series of tests with non-library users. And these were probably some of the most illuminating results that we ever got. I'm not sure if you all are familiar, you probably are, with the Melcat item selection page where you get that big list of libraries and you get to choose which library the book comes from. And that's something where, there was a few misconceptions about what's going on from all the other user groups, people who only use the library a little bit or people who are actually library staff about what that screen meant. but unanimously for the non-library users, every single one of them said, oh, I need to drive to this library to pick up the book. So that, for example, was a significant moment to us that we, after the first one, we're like, oh, that was a little surprising. The second one, okay, this is becoming a pattern. And then the third and fourth ones, we kind of realized, oh no, we need to change the language on this page, things like that. So those are the significant moments that are going to be big ticket changes later on.
Yeah, time to re-explain your service at that point if it's something major. Yep.
And then what do you do after all this, after you do the notes and everything? That's when you go back to the iterative testing. You fix the issues you found. We did change the language on the Melcat, on that item selection screen a little bit, and we're doing it all over again. Right now we're going through a huge entire website redesign, but Melcat itself is going to be staying the same, just with a different header and stuff. So we're going to be able to test this and see whether more groups of people who don't use the library are able to figure out what that screen means and whether it works, things like that.
Sure. And it's cyclical. You're going to keep doing that until you have the product that you're after.
Yep.
That everyone can use.
So a too long didn't read version of the usability test, or essentially the absolute bare minimum of what you need. You need someone to run the test and take notes. You need someone from the demographic you want to test. You need something to test, time in which to test it, and at least one question. And Wayne State University actually does micro usability tests like this, where they just want to check one thing on their website. They want to make sure that this one thing they changed works. So what they'll do is they'll go out, find a student, say, hey, do you want to help the library for a second? We just have one question for you. The person will do it. They observe them on an iPad, navigate to where they're going. They say, thank you, give them their little incentive, and then they're done. It takes 5 minutes maximum, usually a little bit faster than that, and they're getting data because they're doing it frequently to do that. So technically that also is a usability test.
Yep.
If you want the really fancy one, you set it up where you have the screen being recorded, you can see where they go, you can hear what they say as they do it, you have, the note taker, the moderator, maybe you have people in another room watching the screen. If you use, for example, Google Hangouts, you can share your screen and someone else in another room can actually be also watching them go through all the clicks and all the movements. So there's
click data.
Yeah, there's a full range of usability test levels, from micro, which is everything that's on the screen, to the big fancy rent out an entire usability test center, things like that. So we are done with our presentation of this. Before we get into the whole question area, I'm just going to say the quick what's next. Next month we're doing what do you do with a problem like negative data. So, we all get data that kind of goes against what we kind of hope, like maybe our circ numbers are down like everyone else in the country, but our board doesn't know that. Things like that. We're going to go through all of that. You seem...
Yep, it should be a good one because, like you said, physical circulation numbers are down across the country. But why is that happening? Well, look at digital circulation materials. Those are up across the country. And it's just another sign of how libraries evolve and what's next. So yeah, negative data is something, that you're going to work with. And it can help you as much as positive data can. It's going to help you refine what you're doing. So that's going to be a really great webinar.
And then, hey, remember that survey we had at the beginning of this presentation? Here's the link again in case you didn't have it before. It's just a few quick IMLS questions. It'll help us continue to offer these to you guys. If you want, there is an open question at the end where we say, comments, questions, concerns. If you have negative data that you would like discussed, like, program attendance, anything like that, throw it in that section and we can cover it in our next what to do with a problem like negative data presentation. And I have also included in the bottom here a reading list. These are some of my favorite usability books. They include Don't Make Me Think and the Handbook of Usability Testing, which are not library specific. They're just general usability. And then there's Useful, Usable, Desirable by Aaron Schmidt and Amanda Etches. And they are specifically talking about libraries. So there's usability testing is just a bit of that, but it does include a whole variety of options, and that one is actually available. You can get it, these are all Melcat links here, but you can get that one also through our library science collection at the Library of Michigan, funded by IMLS. Thank you, LSTA.
Available through Melcat.
So these are all Melcat links. Feel free to request them. They're great
Sure.
fun. And we kind of did rush through that. Usability testing is a big thing. We tried to make it as easy and breezy as possible, but do
Hmm.
any of you have any questions? We are happy to help. We have plenty of time blocked off, so just feel free to type it in the box. If you would prefer to keep it, private, or maybe you're watching this recorded, give us an email. Our emails are at the bottom of the page. I'm Kosinski K, and he is Hamlin J2, both at michigan.gov.
Right. The idea behind these webinars is a broad overview, and then we let you drive. We'll let you ask whatever you'd like to ask, and we'll go in that direction. So. I feel like we're in a usability test right now, almost.
I know.
Now the
Did,
chat box is over
did we
to your
do it
right.
right? I don't know.
Great. We're glad you enjoyed it, Courtney. So by the end of the day, I believe we'll have an email sent out with the recording link.
We have a question coming in too.
Oh, okay.
Yes, while we're waiting for the question, we will have the recording sent out this afternoon. It will not be the captioned one. It takes our captioners a little while to do that. Do you advise having a master plan for testing things like usability of a web page and aspects of it? Yes,
That's
if
yeah.
you're especially going really in depth, a master plan is great. I believe it's Useful, Usable, Desirable has one that's kind of more geared towards libraries, but the Handbook of Usability Testing also goes over it. So it's just essentially, those questions we wrote out, like, can they start this, transaction? Can they finish the transaction? Things like that. It's essentially you write that all down. You have a summary. You have your goals, and at the end, that'll help you if you end up writing a report for your director, your board, things like that, to kind of show whether they checked the boxes, and it'll also give you something to go back to while you're doing analysis.
Also take a look at usability.gov. There are a lot of resources on that page as well, templates, training materials, um, plans. So that's usability.gov.
I was just going to type that in, but I'm going to get the full link because I have the
Yeah.
power to get the full link. Okay, there we go. So, yes, thank you everyone for joining us. It's always our pleasure. We love doing these. We hope we perk up your, Friday mornings with
Yeah.
our pseudo NPR voices.
Yeah, that's us.
And
Your
as
friendly announcers.
and as always, any questions, anything, please let us know. We love hearing from everyone. It brightens our days.
Yep. Yep.
Are we going to start asking for pledges? Ah.
I didn't know that was an option because, yeah, sure.
Okay, my pledge for everyone is please promote the Mel e-resources to your people. Oh, it's so great. I love them. And everyone, keep your eye out. The new Mel website is coming out. It's going to be launching October 1st. We're going to have a new logo, new design, new colors. We're doing the last finishing touches on it. We're very excited. And we're looking
Yeah,
forward to it.
it does look really nice. Oh, and a little sideways plug. The next annual report / state aid application is opening October 1st. So all of the library directors out there, that's coming. We've got a couple of webinars about that next Wednesday and Thursday. Those are available on our website. And if you're a library director, you recently received a second reminder email showing you where to sign up for those. So
Way to kill the buzz.
I know I couldn't help it. It's kind of a big deal.
Just a little bit, just a little bit. But thank you, everyone. We really appreciate it. Have
Thanks.
a
Enjoy the
great
rest of your
day.
Friday.